kumusta mga higala? Welcome to My Law 101. Ako si Attorney Bingo Gonzales. Ug akong kauban, of course, si Attorney Jessica Natad.
Hi everyone! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa tanang mga nananaw karon sa My Law 101.
Yes.
Today, we are joined by the officer in charge of the Assessor's Office of Cebu City, Mr. Noel Wenceslao.
Yes,
Hi, sir.
Hello,
Kumusta,
good morning,
sir?
good afternoon,
Hello,
and good evening
Actually,
to each
sir,
and every
oo.
one of you.
Yes.
Salamat kayo, Attorney,
Yes.
Attorney
Bingo.
Bingo and Attorney Jessica for
Yes.
inviting us,
Oh.
for inviting me, sorry, and especially the City Assessor, no,
Yes,
Office of the City of Cebu.
Yes. Mga higala, atong diskusunon, ang atong topic for today is really real estate and the assessment of our properties. Kay diba kada kan mo naman ning kuan tingali kanang time of the year usually ang atong assessments and paying of taxes and real property tax is usually in the beginning of the year. Although mahimo matay na nimo ana. But anyway, unsa man I think basically we should ask the question, unsa man road. Actually, why do you assess our properties? And what is the basis for assessing our properties this much?
Okay, actually, the role of the assessor is we are taking charge of the classification, discovery, appraisal, assessment, and valuation of real property within the territorial jurisdiction of Cebu City, no? For purposes of taxation. So, mo ginay role na to sa assessor. Then, ang tax, once nga you are given a tax declaration, then your tax declaration is subject to tax, except for those kanang mga sectors nga who are exempted, like na mga PESA registered, then those who are kanang na special exemption from the government, no? Like kanang ubang mga hospitals, educational institution, then mo na siya, they are subject to tax. And then there are three components of the tax declaration.
Before we go to that, sir, I just like to ask, if you don't even own the property, what I'm saying is, are there any properties in the city of Cebu which are still kumbaga government-owned, or kanang squatan ako'y walay title lugar, no? Unya mo lingkod ko diya, but I've been there for such a long time, and that I pay taxes. Mahimo pa ba na? How do you deal with that?
Yes. There are many properties, but we cannot tax the land. We all ato lang buhisan ang kato lang iyang improvement, ang iyang house.
So dili nimo taxan ang iyang
land kay di man unsaon pag tax nimo sa land nga it's a government owned man.
Okay.
No?
Oo, government owned.
What if not government owned? Like, pero wala pa na-establish ang ownership? Like, not titled?
Usually, kung wala pa ma-establish ang ownership, usually there is sa Cebu City, hapit tanan man gyud nga except for government owned.
Yes.
Kanang kuan naamagi mga naamagi tag-iya.
Okay.
Tag-iya, no? Except sa even na kanang mga dasbukid kanang gitawag ato nga protected zone, timberland, no? Niya naamagi uban nga nagamit ana.
Right,
Yeah.
correct. Oo.
Nagbuhis gyapon sila. Although they are not A and B kanang
timberland or kanang.
disposable.
So, would it be safe to say lang siguro nga kaning we are taxing our use, we are paying for our use, kaya bisag timberland siya
for the
Attorney
actual
Bingo.
use, yes.
Okay.
For the possession of sa imong paggamit.
Sa imong paggamit. So actually kay usabang gud sa mga kanang sort of evidence, no?
Yes,
for
ownership,
no?
Yes.
Is a tax declaration,
Yeah.
and well, it's not
the
real.
proof of
And
ownership,
it's not
Pero
real,
mao'y
no?
huna-huna
Pero
sa
usay,
uban kadaghanan.
No, usually.
Muna sa na usually nga, I have been here.
Yes.
I have established possession. I have established murag ingana ba nga ako gininan, I've been here. Unya, naagunay rule, di ba nga, na 30-day adverse, o 30-year adverse possession, o pa-continuous but adverse, mga yan ba. So unsaon na nato og kanang put together ang iyahang obligasyon sa pagbayad og buhis vis-a-vis another person who would also like to claim that piece of land and tell them na you cannot because I also have tax declarations from way back, but although I'm no longer occupying the land.
Well, there are cases, pero there are seldom cases like that in the usually kanang mga bukid-bukid ba. In fact, katong mga karaan ba nga stricto kayo, but right now di ta ka tax deck og property even it's a timberland kung walay gitawag na cadastral survey. Approved survey. So sa una god pwede ra kita ka tax deck kay gusto na sila mabuhis. But now we are much stricter.
Kay kuan malagod na nga kanang basta ang gobyerno ba mo dawat mag kwarta na gunda na you want to kuan ba? So muna kanang timberland karon like for example in Busay kay nahimo man ang watershed area no?
Busay is not, but kanang unahan kanang
sa Busay?
I think that's part of Malubog, Pungol Sibugay, Sirao, Guba, kanang mga inana dito unahan.
Right. Mo na siya kuan. But there are a lot of pieces of land there nga nga kuan gyud. There are a lot of tracts nga naa sa gyud siya kanang titulo. Title gyud siya. But because of the declaration of that it's a watershed area, daghan siya restrictions on how to use the land. And also, di ba, but absolute maguna atong ownership, sir. So when you have absolute ownership, you're supposed to have also an absolute right
enjoyment
and right to
Pero
do
actually, in the kaning sa mga protected area, maka-tax deck sila for purposes nga pagbuhis nila. But they cannot own the property, so di sila ma-issuehan og title.
Murag sa paggamit lang.
But what if they were already titled daan?
I don't.
There are even underwater. There are underwater. You know what I'm talking about.
Pero wala pag yun. I really don't know, no. But you know, naay case like kanang sa una, like in the province, no. Kanang before it was not wala pa na siya ma-declare og kanang wilderness as kamotes.
Exactly.
Then after that pag declare og wilderness nanay nakatitulo pila ka buok.
So
I don't know how they treat it.
Exactly, because that kamotes actually nakadungog sa Chugkoana, sir, no nga murag nobody actually owns land there, but puro ra yun as
pero nay mga I think
titulo.
Borromeo was able to get title long before.
Before it was declared.
It was declared.
Pero but otherwise, the whole island is actually kanang tax deck ra gyud siya. You're really not supposed to baligya it. And ang imuha, sir, is mo tax deck ana only for the use
for the use of the land.
Only murag inana, murag karon pa ko nakasabot murag on the use of the land lang.
Use of the land.
Because some are taxing on
That's why kung
timberlands
mo-classify ka sa tax declaration, it is based on the actual use of the land. Kay, like for example, lahi-lahi man og mga assessment level.
Yes.
For the residential, lahi, agricultural, lahi, then commercial, lahi, then special use, kanang gamiton o kanang historical ba, museum ba, or kanang tourism, inana. So, lahi na siya og taxation, assessment level.
Naay impact, or I mean, naa siya kanang impact on the assessment for the use. Like, for example, if it's tourism, dako, or nana.
Yes, na. Like for example, for residential, no? That's why we are now revalidating some of the tax declaration kay namgod karaan nga mga tax deck sa una ang gamit nila, ang actual use nila was residential.
Right.
Yeah, then over the years na converted na into a commercial use, no? So pag commercial na niya dapat usbon nimong tax deck kay mas taas man ang assessment level for the commercial.
Okay.
The residential is only 2%, for the commercial it's 10%.
What if kanang bitaw i-zone nila in, di ba naamasa na zoning.
Zoning,
Land
zoning
use?
ordinance.
Sa
Yeah,
zoning.
so there's a zoning ordinance. So let's say the city will say that I declare this area to be a commercial area. Okay. But there are people living nga residences nga mo lang gyapon na ang gyapon siya balay dito. Then it might be an ancestral home, ilang karaan nga balay na sila dito. Will the owner of that property be taxed according to the level of how the city zones
Classifies,
the area?
No,
Classifies?
it's
No.
based on the
Actual use,
Actual
good, yeah.
use.
So if you're using it as a residential,
the
residential
taxation is
gid ka.
for residential.
Okay.
Pero kung idle na siya.
Pastaas, di ba?
Ang residential is mubo.
Oh, right,
Ang
right.
commercial is taas.
Right,
Taas ang
okay.
assessment level.
Idle land. Like for example, I own that land, naguba na akong balay, I have not done anything about it for several years.
Idle land, wagid gamita.
Oh, wa
And the
makuka.
zoning ordinance, ang kanang dapita is agricultural.
Oh.
So you have to tax based on the zoning ordinance.
Wa man siya gamit.
Wa man siya gamit.
Pero di ba sir, naamay murag I think there's a kanabitang penalty for large tracts of land na wala
gigamit.
Yeah, I think, but we are not implementing it. Murag, sa local government code,
Oo.
kung palitan idle land, nga wa gamita,
Oo.
murag, you will pay more than, I think, 10% more sa balaod. But in practice, sa assessor, wag gid mi mo buhat ana.
Murag, I heard that issue came up sa province, Attorney Bingo.
Okay. Sa province, magkon mas jutay og tao. I mean,
mas-
in the sense ba, so I guess,
Daghag.
mas sa silang land area. Cebu City, pila na ba land area. Although, that will probably happen sir, sa mga bukid.
But you know,
mga bukidan. Oo.
But i-compare na to sa other cities or other provinces in the
Entire country.
in the
yun.
entire country, yes.
Oo.
The last time we had the kanang revision ba?
Oo.
Because ang kanagong basic unit
Revision
market,
of the land
the
use?
basic unit market value.
Market
Oh,
value.
market
oo.
value.
value,
oo.
no? Kinanglan na nato og imprimator sa gunian.
Oo.
And sila mo fix ana og pila. Asa dapita like diri sa Lahog lain ang presyo, dito sa Busay lain ang presyo. And the last time we did it was 2006.
Isn't that
layo na.
That's 14 years.
Yeah, and that's
Now,
supposed to be
but
taxed every 3 years.
Every 3 years. Ang sa Balaod is
Oo.
every 3 years we have to update. But in the city of Cebu, 2006 pa, wag mi ga-update. So,
It's time to update.
No, it's very,
No,
it's
ayaw,
very,
ayaw.
it's very advantageous
Yes.
to the taxpayers.
Because although ang imuha ra gyud ana is if you want to sell, of course, kay ang market
Market
value
value.
gi-determine man nila pero naamang gud say market naam sa na value nga gi-determine pud sa
Zonal? By IR?
Zonal.
AR,
Zonal.
so, oo.
Pero you know,
Yeah.
ang market value sa city assessor sa Cebu City
is very low.
very low man. Di ginagamiton.
Oh,
They
it's
usually
very low.
use the fair market value
Oo.
either sa zonal valuation sa BIR, which is sige sila gasaka, or ang tanaw nila ang maghimo sila og kanang appraisal report based sa latest sale ng lugar.
So there's a difference between market value
Exactly.
and fair market value. Asa ang
Yes.
difference, Sir
Asa-
Noel?
Wala-
What's the difference?
The fair market value is the present market value.
Ah,
the
sa-
present market value of the
based
property.
So that's
Demand,
very-
supply and demand.
You say market value. That's why I said market value because our market value is not fair.
Yes.
For the
city.
city.
Yeah, because I guess ang fair market value is the amount of money that a buyer is
Is
Willing
to
to buy,
pay.
oo.
and the
And the
seller
is willing to accept.
Is willing to sell his
to sell
property.
property.
Okay.
So,
So ang fair market value is not
It's
not constant. Dili
it's
siya.
dili. It's a
Yeah.
dili. And the market
Depende.
value, exactly. And the market value is just determined by City Hall. Yeah, and that can remain
For
forever,
years.
forever.
It could be possible.
It's
that
not reflective.
2006 it was a fair market value during
Correct.
the time.
During the time.
Pero over the years, 14 years, dynamic kay ang city.
Exactly.
So, nakamahal magyud ang atong properties.
So most of you siguro na nga by the market value is always kanang determined by studies, I guess, and it has to be approved by the sanggunian. So one of those nga kinahanglan nag-ordinansa.
Yes.
Oo.
Yes.
Okay. So
Nagi-ordinansa.
Nagi-ordinansa.
The last time that the ordinance was ordained was 2002 and effective
2006.
all right. So that's a
10
lot.
days
Okay. So ato mga higala, we will be right back no atong diskusyonon sa drone og ngano man jud nga anak man jud ang atong bayranan. Like ingana na so when we pay our real property tax or tax kay naman na sa tax declaration, we also pay real property tax on our houses.
Yes.
Correct? So, let's see unsa gyud additional anang unsa gyud linugdangan anang mga
Bayranon.
bayranon kapag ako asa nga tanan. So, human lamang niini mo balik kita. Awa lagi, dagkat itag bayronon ng mga taxes, labi na ng January. Hindi yung daghanan natong bayronon. So sir, what we pay for our properties is we pay for the land itself, no? Correct.
Yes.
And then we also pay for our
Buildings,
balay.
oo, balay, oo.
Improvement.
Improvement.
Mo na gitawag nga
Improvements.
improvement.
Yes.
Okay. Kanang balay nga nindot kay pagka-build at the time when it was built was taxed so much. Gitagan yung assessment. Dako
Yes,
kayo kay
yes.
syempre gwapa pa kaayong bahay. All through the years,
May depreciation.
pertig yung grabe has depreciation. Hindi hapit na gano'n. Unsa man yung adjust? Di na yun na ma-adjust?
Ma-adjust. We adjust. Ang buhaton lang, the taxpayer will request for reassessment of the real property tax for the improvement. Unya i-appraise na namo dito kay namatay appraiser.
So there should be
Naagid
a request for
request.
reassessment.
Na lang i-request. Then i-appraise na namo dito, pila ka square meter. Then naamatay ang basic unit market value na to for every square meter sa improvement. Like for example, kung class A nga balay ba? Tanaw na to. That's 7,500.
Class A nga balay
Class
mansion.
A nga balay. 7,500. That's very low kay karon gani kung imo class A nga balay, that's 50,000 per square meter kung mag-appraise ka. That's kana 7,500. Then for the second class, that's 5,000 plus 5,000. I think
In
that's
tax?
Per-
In tax? Unsa man?
No, ang iyang market value. Ano ba
General
nimo?
na, general na.
Ang pagkuan
Raw market
mo
value.
attorney, the pila ka square meter nimo, ang
Okay.
area nimo times the basic unit market value.
Okay.
So, like for example, you have a 100 square meter house. Then times 7,000, that's class A, that's
Naku na gid ay
7,005.
Attorney Bingo.
So, your market value is 750,000, no?
For the
For
actually gamay.
Gamay.
If you really think
Ako
about
kay
it,
tihik
gamay.
magugod.
that's only for 100 square
Yeah, but
meter.
because a house now, which is 100 square meters,
Gamay
dako na 100 square meters.
Yeah,
You know, because sometimes
Gamay ra kayo,
20,
million na.
30, 40 square meters na may
ang
uban lang.
grabe man kaayo ang kuan, sir. Grabe man kaayo ang value yun na inyong ibaligya ana, pati mag yung
Mahal,
mahal man.
oo. Then for 750,
Oo.
ang kuhaan pa na nimo assessment level.
Okay.
Ang assessment ako lang gikopya ni kay lahi-lahi magot ang bracket.
right.
Okay.
Ang
Saan ang assessment level?
Ang assessment level for every kay murag damay bracketing.
Okay,
Kung
alright.
750,000
Oo. Class A.
worth of
Okay.
ang iyang assessment level is 16%. So 16%, 750,000 times 16%. Okay.
Ikaw may
Okay.
CPA, sir.
Nanay
The answer, kuha na ni mo tax rate nga 3%. The 3%, like for example, 750 times
16%.
16%.
Which was, unsa ganito na siya? Ang 16%?
16% is the assessment level.
Assessment level. Alright. Okay.
Times the tax rate.
Okay, alright.
ang answer ana, mo na siya tax due.
Oh,
Ah,
3% naman of the 16%.
Okay. I thought mango ng emoji.
So, tama na tax due.
Okay.
Then, that's the tax due. No? Then, if you fail to pay the tax within the year, so na siya gitawag na to interest nga 2% per month. Oh, per month.
Okay.
That's
Ako,
not
ako.
over legal interest.
Oh.
Legal interest size, or
Mom nas balaod mo. 2%, but a maximum of 72%.
Oh, so meaning,
72%
that's how
na
many
yun.
months na ang 72%?
Ang
maximum
Usa
man.
ang 72% every month gyapon na.
No, 72% for the whole
year.
the whole tax deficiency.
Nga wala ka ni bayad.
Wala ka mo bayad. 72% ra gyud. Dili ka pwede mo over na.
72% is almost like
Like how many years?
100%.
Mo gani hibila ka months na.
Muna we encourage the taxpayer to avail with the amnesty.
Okay.
Okay. Karon nag-amnesty ta.
Oh.
Unya ang amnesty nato, no, we ordained the amnesty sa Sagunian last September 26 nya.
2020.
December 20 gi-waive to nato ang atong katong interest and other penalty charges. So gi-waive to ang ato rang tax due may bayran. So bisag pila ta ka tuig nga wata mo bayad og buhis.
Kanira nga year sa 2020 na lang mo bayaran.
No, ang bayaran nimo the tax due
Ang
for
tanan, ang tanan.
Without the interest.
Without the interest and the other
Without the
penalty
Why?
charges.
Sir, ano wa man but you had to pay that in December last year.
December last year, wait tanan. After December 20, 10% ra ang ato, additional 10%.
Wa man
Instead of 72%.
Wa man kay bao mga tao ana sir nga nay.
Wala na information dissemination.
Yeah, that's why amo nang gipahibaw.
That's what
Yung human.
that
No, no,
sir, ang
I-
10% ang tao sa usa na
No,
because
we-
you
Balik.
Na ang 10%, di man sa ta pwede makatangtang ana because naalaman ko na kinahanglan mo sa gunian
resolution, ordinance, ordinance.
by the sagunian nga. Gikan karon up to September 25,
Okay.
kung mobayad ka, the tax due, o pila mo tax deficiency, plus 10%.
Okay.
Sige, usbo na to, attorney kay katura bang wala ba kay to na disseminate ang katong moratorium.
Exactly.
Oo,
So
sige.
what happened was, naghimo og ordinansa last September.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Naghimo sila og kanang effectivity nga from September to December og bayaran nimo imong mga taxes nga
Due.
imong wala gyud nimo mabayad
for the RPT.
for the real property tax nga wala gyud
And
nimo mabayad. So kad
that's including the business taxes.
Pero humana.
Oo.
Mana to.
Kay kuno
Mana.
man
Okay.
December
So balik
20.
sa karon
Sa karon na, 10%
na nimo nga kani.
Instead of 72%,
Okay.
10% ra.
Okay. So kinahanglan mo mobayad from today until
Till September 26.
September 26. Sus,
2021.
nag-COVID para ba? in town?
2021.
Attorney ni, bayad na ko attorney.
So you have to pay only 10% surcharge or penalty. Okay.
Oo.
Dako naghihapon ang
Nako,
surcharge.
wala nang penalties. Ang 10% ra yun.
10%.
Ah.
Kung mobayad ka up to September 25, katapusan.
So
because-
timan ini
This
until
year.
September
This year.
25,
This year.
2021.
Oo.
Okay.
Except kung ikuan sa sagunian, ilang extend.
Okay.
Until now, may kuan sa sagunian, extend nila.
Extend lang kay
that's
COVID
great.
days pa man.
Yeah.
Lisod pa man ro.
But that was but you
But
know,
it's a very good one.
yes, it's
for
a
the
very
taxpayer.
good deal actually. But usa sa akong mga kanang gripes kanang mobayad bitaw kag taxes is because they have this garbage fees.
Yes.
Na,
Ah.
kanang garbage fees og dili nimo na bayaran, dili sa nila dawaton imong RPT imong
Yes.
ibayad. Muna no, mahal ra ba kaayo ang garbage fees?
No, actually, ako ginagawa.
Mahal, oy!
Dako na yung balay.
Yeah.
Kay, you know, ang garbage fee is only 350 pesos if your house is 50 square meter below.
Pila
But
man
if
nimo,
your
attorney?
house is more than 1,000 square meter, ang imong bayron nun kada tuig is 4,000.
Hala, kadako man sad ana, oy.
Mahal, oy.
Oh, mahal na kay
Di-
dako
kibaw
kag
ka.
balay.
Di pa sa
Kita.
Kay imong bala na bisag gamay ka kayo imong kuan imong land area ron gamay kaayo. But ang uso magudon kay level na.
Apil naman ang kuan level 1.
Level 1 pila ka square meters.
Square meter, level
20 square meters and dire 40 square meters
So,
and
the
dire
whole-
60.
the whole-
Apil sa kwenta ang floor area and the lot
Of
area.
Not
No,
the lot
not the lot
area,
area.
just the
Ang
floor
floor area
area
lang.
The floor
Kaya
area
ang-
lang.
Pilam na imuha ka
Ay,
level.
lagong sabi.
Ana, mo na ko lagi.
Di ba man sa busay ka magpuyo, for example, kinahanglan man ka mag-build from down kay natumpag man mo balay o mag-stilts ka, di ba?
Wala imo attorney is 4,000.
Ay,
4,000.
Bisan ron 4,000. Wala na kung dako.
Bisan mo ng mga 3,000.
Pero
Wala na yung amnesty?
Wala ka kay di man na siya buhis. That's a regulatory
Ay,
fee.
no, that's a regulatory.
Ang garbage.
But I'm happy na lang karon nga at least the garbage guy really comes to that kuan ba. Maadto gyud sa inyong balay mo kolekta gyud og
Mo na akong question
Right,
ta,
oo.
kung naabag yun ang mga garbage
Naa,
collectors.
I think na.
Oo.
na-
Depending on your barangay I think if it's very efficient, will really collect. You know, I see that in my barangay sa Busay, nagi mo ana nga marag twice a week at least nga magkolekta. And so I'm very happy with that kay all of us tipon ang our garbage and we give, you know, and dako na
Nalagi problema sa kung maguba ang ato.
ang truck, ang truck, or kanang walay drivers or something like that. No? Okay. So back to that amnesty ba. I'm very interested in that because I think ang atong mga katawhan ba kibaw gina sila nga you know they would really need to pay kay importante magod ug dili ka mobayad sa imong taxes.
Kana sunod. Unsay mahitabo? I will not pay my taxes. Bahala na na.
If you will not pay the tax, the real property tax, ang worst comes to worst, i-auction yun na.
Pila ka years, Sir Noel?
Actually, ang kuha na is...
Pero linyan man ang Cebu City, di man ay grabe ka
actually,
pa.
the last time we had an auction
Ay mo
was
kumpiyansa kay auction niya.
2009, 2010.
But still, mga higala, it's very
of
important
course.
to
Oo.
pay.
Oo.
Kay, kuan manggod, you know, nagtuan lang ta dire sa Cebu City, dato manggod, you know, we have money and we have kuan. But it's
Resources.
very important to pay.
Despite nga wag kita mo increase
Especially nga wata ni increase ba because imo magunding obligasyon. You know,
Yes.
taxes are the
Because
lifeblood of kuan, di ba mo?
government.
Mo ginato memorize on College of Law. Taxes are the lifeblood of the government. Di ba mo gina?
O mabalik man sa nato sa
Mabalik pa sa
serbisyo.
muna nato,
Oo.
oo. And it's very important because the way, if you pay your taxes, you are also declaring that this property is yours.
Yes.
Yes.
Oo.
You know? Yun, mas mulig-on ang imong hold over the property.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
di ba?
Oo.
Kaya na, wala ay.
That's true, that's true. Wala ang uban, bayad yun sila buhis.
Oo.
Bayad yun sila. Bisan gani ang uban gani, mingon sila nga, bayaran na mo buhis ko, di mo na imong property, ay lang bayad.
Pero mosad ni ako aba. I want to pay my taxes nila kung mabayad ana imong regulatory fee o sa imong mabuhat. Di na gyud mo dawaton ako taxes.
No,
Ya,
pero
mayon man ko
actually
nga.
sa city treasurer, di maganda sa assessor.
Oo.
But sa city treasurer, kung di ka mataga tax clearance, nga sa mga
From
tax
assessor.
clearance. From the city treasurer.
From the city treasurer.
Kung di ka mo bayad sa imong garbage.
Oo.
Okay.
Regulatory magina
Regulatory.
but at least dili kuan imong dili mabira
Makuha
imong
mo.
balay.
So, pwede na mo bayad sa real property tax?
Yes.
Okay. Even without the GAR. Pwede mo.
No, actually dili in reality.
Depende sa city treasurer's
Oh,
office.
it's very strict na siya. Kinahanglan gyud
Ma'am,
ni
kinahanglan mo bayaran.
I-appeal gid bitaw.
Part yun na siya sa kuan
Sa
sa
assessment,
Oo.
oo.
Because it's a regulatory thing. Unya, if you don't pay the regulatory, mo sana di
Dawat nimo sa tax bill, i-appeal yun na.
Ang garbage fee.
What other regulatory fees? Unsa man nga laing regulatory fees?
Ay, sa real property tax, murag ka na may regulatory fee.
Okay.
Garbage fee.
Oo. Before we leave the kuan ba on the kanabitang unsay na kanang amnesty.
Amnesty,
Tell me about the amnesty for business tax. Kay bisag dili ko na sa assessor's office but at least
Well, the same.
part man sa imong kuan.
Actually, ang business tax, if for the past several years, wasa ka mo bayad sa imong business taxes, yan na kay tax deficiency, you are also levied interest or penalty charges. So mo gihapon kung up to December, no, kung kuan ka, bayaran nimo ang katong basic tax. Niya ma-waive to ang interest of penalty. Then karon kay February naman. So 10% ra gihapon na bayaran
10%,
up to September 20.
Amo gihapon na same
The
with
same,
the,
the same,
the
the
RPT
same,
or
same
the
with
property
RPT.
tax.
But kanang mga business taxes, and I know going over this, but ang kanang mga business taxes is only kumbaga applicable to those that are formal.
Formal
In
economy.
the sense nga
Registered.
nirehistro ka sa NEDA, you have a business.
DTI.
DTI, and then nirehistro sa ka sa SEC. You know. But there are a lot also of other kanang mga sari-sari
Mga
stores,
micro.
mga micro.
Kana mga underground
Underground
But
economy.
many of them mubayad yun og tax.
Yes.
No?
Pero naamagutay as far as I know, although di sa city treasurer na ning concern, kung if your income ang imong sales is below I think that's 3 million or 50 million.
Bis annual.
You don't need to pay the business tax.
okay.
Murag na exemption ana
Okay.
sa DTI.
Sa DTI. That's
For what-
great.
So mo apply lang ka kanang small entrepreneur. I forgot the name. Di kay ko kuan because I'm not di magugol sa city treasurer.
Right. But there are
Exemptions.
We should look at that. Okay. So mga igala, we will go back no atong atong hisgutan og sunod no. Ang kaning different businesses also nga gitax nila, like for example, PESA related,
Registered,
and other utilities sa atong pagbalik. Okay, balik kita mga higala. Ang atong gihisgutan karon ang atong mga buluhisan.
Obligasyon.
Obligasyon. Nga perting sa kita, perting na lang. Pero sir, ako ordinary citizen ko. Pero dako kay ko bayranan niya naman lagi ng mga lugar diha nga naay mga exemptions.
Yes.
Unsa mga what is a like for example, I know that there are PESA kanang registered industries that are given an exemption of ang uban ana 5% of their kuana lang nga ila idibay-dibay. What is that?
Actually, in Sabalaod, those who are PESA registered na agi sila PESA registration are exempted to pay the real property tax. No? Although, ang assessment nila na is 10%. But then, if they can present the PESA registration, ang katorang gigamit nilang lugar is exempted. Like for example, in a one building o sa building, one building is 1,000 square meters. Then ang 250 gigamit og ng
PESA.
BPO,
Okay,
no? Ang kanang 250 more na exempted. But 750 square meters are subject to tax.
Okay. So even if, but the building has to be a PESA registered building, usa na ka nag-build nimo unsa ma?
Yeah, kinahanglan PESA registered building and
Apply with the
actually
PESA.
use ra gyud ang nagamit ra gyud sa PESA kay posible man nga PESA registered pero ang ubos na McDonald's.
Right.
So, wala siya labot.
Wala labot.
Wala labot. Ang katuloy ang actual use.
Actual use na.
Okay. So kanang other exemptions also also go to kanang bitang mga green energy, kanang mga what do you call that, kanang bitang maghimo og kanang
Solar?
Ang uban na solar, ang uban ana kanang bitang sa hot springs kanang may ana. Nasa when industries like this ask for an exemption or have an exemption written on their franchise, ang ilang first nga buhaton moadto sila ninyo and present the exemptions.
Yes, like for example sa PESA registered, we have a PESA authority, PESA Philippine Economic Zone Authority. So they will get their PESA registration, nga mga sila exemption dito. Then they will present it sa city assessor. For us, nga
I-grant.
basis na to for the exemption.
Like, kasi naamoy na yung mga times, sir, like for example, you have to exempt our computers kay actual use money. We cannot run the company, a BPO, without computers. Kung ano ba na siya, will that be chargeable, ma-tax ba na nimo as real property tax?
Yes, because actually the real property tax tulo na siya ka segment. Number one is ang yuta, which is the land. Second is the improvements. Third is the machinery and equipment.
Okay. So,
machinery
considered.
and equipment,
Considered siya.
Buwisan niya po na siya. Nasa yung tax deck. Nasa yung tax deck.
Na siya tax deck.
Nasa yung tax deck. And ang basis na to diha is based on the total cost kay mga yung matag resibo sa palitan palit kang elevator. O pilay cost sa elevator, mo na siya
Basihan,
sa tax deck.
What about
80%.
What about schools? Apilang schools
Ang
exemption?
schools, if it's not a non-profit, non-stock non-profit, no?
Taxable.
If it is
Taxable siya. Pero most of the school, no?
non-stock,
Tax avoidance
non-profit man.
Oo.
Oops!
Dili tax evasion.
Oops!
Tax avoidance lang.
Okay.
So, most of them, ni-avail yun ng non-stock non-profit. So, mo nang happy tanang eskwelahan dire and hospitals are exempted from the real property.
But only actual use, no? For example, if
Actually.
inside na ay Jollibee or mga stores,
Then the Jollibee will be taxed.
Will be taxed. For the actual use.
for the actual use.
For the
man.
actual
Pero ang katong sa hospital nga gigamit yun nila are not exempted from the
Same with the building,
Same with the
PESA
building.
registered.
Parihara
Okay.
gyapon, the same applies to the PESA.
But they have to bring, do they have to bring, for example, kay mag-ingon man ka nga, naa sila, you have to, you're taxed by the resibo. But if their computers depreciate, naaba mo anay.
Yeah, they have to apply for they have to request
Depreciation.
for they have to request for the reassessment.
Reassessment.
Okay, naman tayo appraiser.
Pareha to
Alright.
na
Oh,
reassessment.
so, i-appraise nila sa elevator mo, nila ni cost. So, ang katong cost ng sa elevator nga mo na lang
nahabilin nga pwede na,
depreciate man to siya, mo ito yung basis na mo, times 80%, times 3%.
50%.
Dako asad nga tax sana what
Machinery.
Tax, you call that katong 16% bitaw tong gingon. Tax.
Gamay na lang siya, attorney, oy. Kay, ang kana 16%, you have to, ang kuani mo is, the 16%, no, like for example, your land area is 100 times ang imong class A siya 75 so 750 now
Ang 16
is ang 10% ana is pila na siya
750.
75
Bright
so, more or less,
case.
mga 100 kapin that's the assessment level.
Assessment level.
Assessment
The
level,
assessment
okay.
level.
Parang 80%.
Yeah, 100,000
Oo.
i-times pa na nimo 3%.
Oh, kay mo na imong tax due.
Mo na ang tax due.
Ang 3% is only 3,000.
Oh.
So, ang 3,000 kapin, more na tax due nimo. Not that the 100,000.
So katong 80% nimo nga giingon,
For the machinery siya. Panalitan 1 million, 80% may assessment level, that's 800,000. 800,000 times 3%.
3%.
So 3% ra gyud siya ang
Ang
imong
tax rate niya.
tax.
Tax rate niya.
Tax rate.
Ano tax rate na 3%?
That's a fixed tax rate
Fixed.
for the
Okay.
real property tax.
Diha ra ka sa assessment value.
Assessment
Maglahi.
value mag-differ.
Diha managlahi.
Okay.
Nga 80%. Grabe mas ano 80%. Uy.
I don't know.
Murong man
Mo man bala orto.
Grabe ha. Dili na set by the sanggunian. Set na oy, di ba?
I don't think I don't know if it's kuan by the Sagunian, pero usually pag kuan yun ako, it's 80% yun ang machine.
Kay naamag ko na sa local government code, I remember nga kanang mag-value gani mo na 72%. Kung tagas magkaayo pero dili man mo maabot og ingana. Usually 40 raman ana pero you know.
Pero barato ra kay attorney ang Cebu City kay ang market value gina to wag mo usab since 2006.
Bitaw.
Sige, okay.
Sus, dako
Kay mo ang basis gid mo kani mo ang imo mang market value. Mo bitaw na nga mangutana kag market value, I will not say it's a fair market value because it's not a fair market value of the city of Cebu.
Sila atong fair atong market value karon. Cebu City.
Depende.
Depende
Like,
sa
let's say,
area.
City. Here the poblasyon.
Di ko ka memorize but different areas like for example kaning lahog lahi ni ang usay lahi ni
But
kayo.
but they're totally ignoring that. They're really totally ignoring that. And what they're thinking about is really unsa tong zonal value sa BIR. Nga, di ba may
Zonal valuation.
evaluation di ay.
In fact,
Kaya mao may ang basis.
Ang zonal valuation is i-compare na to sa market value sa city. Nga kwan, is very far.
Lagi.
Tayo. Times 3 siguro, times 4.
But if there's a conflict ba, mulabaw ang mo
Labaw
prevail
ni
ang BIR?
No, it's because ang BIR ga-update sila sige. Cebu City is
okay.
not updating.
Yeah.
Pero it's disadvantageous to the city government, but it is a very
Advantageous to the-
advantageous to the taxpayer.
Yes. Kay naikuan man gud na nahimo na nga like there was a controversy for example every time that there's mag-widening og road mag-project ba mag-expropriation man. And then sometimes ang ilang kuano na ang zonal value sa BIR. But sometimes naa ka sa point nga like for example kanang sa Mambaling area kanang sa Ubos ang valuation anang zonal valuation ana sa BIR wala pa
Upgrade.
Upgrade. And then zonal valuation magina. But di maguna nila i-determine sa fair market value kay pwede man dakuha.
So for example,
Diba?
in an expropriation, Attorney Bingo, what is used as basis for the payment? BIR, zonal, or the
I don't know, but sa
City
expropriation,
valuation.
because ang assessor mo sit man sa as one of the
Yes.
appraisal committee, no? So number one, we base it on the fair market value, meaning tanaw na mo ang market forces and ang lugar like
Yes,
for the
yes.
last sale ana kay basig kanang dapitan ay bagong nahalin,
okay.
no?
So not necessarily the market
Na,
value.
it's not the
fair
market value of the
Kaysa-
assessor. It's the fair market value. Then tanawon sa namo ang zonal valuation. Ang zonal valuation ni napita. Then we have to check also the area kung stripping man na nimo kung naaba sa daplin sa dan, corner lot, kung kanang naaba sa luyo kay kung ana sa luyo it's 30% less,
Less,
sa compared sa kwan. Dam na gitawag strip na nimo kung mo appraise ka.
Which reminds me, Attorney Bingo, but what if dili ka satisfied sa imuhang valuation? Like for example, higher ra ni or lower, higher gyud no, mo reklamo ka. What do you do? Like a taxpayer, like mingon ko nga ay taas ra niya kung inyohang gi-assess nako.
Assess?
Like
for the assessment?
what is my
Yes,
what is
natay
my
gitawag og tax appeal.
yes, okay.
Natay tax appeal nga naa sa City Hall. Then you can oppose it. Then mag-hearing na ang kanang tax appeal.
Mo na local board of assessment appeals.
Appeals,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Then ikaw man na within, but you have to do it within 30 days.
Yes.
Naamday prescription.
But you have to pay, di ba? Pay under protest?
Depende.
Or-
if it's still kuan
Pwede ra di ka mo pay sa
sa assessor pag gani you can go to 226 o tali na o ato na ka sa og mo kuan sa assessor pwede ka dili mo bayad pero ang nag-assess nimo og naa na jud kay kanang billing mo bayad
na jud ka under protest.
Under protest. And then you have to file your protest within 30 days
Yeah,
gapon.
within 30 days.
You can't ano to.
Pero kung panalitan o usually ma-settle naman dahil ang tax appeal. Pero so far nga nako diha sa city assessor wa mag-file og tax
okay ngon man ka 2006 pa bayagin
Ay,
yung
wala to,
valuation. Bitaw.
Naay.
Ay, garbage kira naman mo attorney. Unya kibaw man kog dako kay kag balay kay pangingon mo mahal kayo ko dako kag balay.
So when do we have to pay our taxes, real property tax?
Well, real property tax ang atong deadline for every year is March. End of March. So mo na siya yung deadline.
If you pay in January, you get a little
kana,
rebate.
kana.
Kay rebate.
You will get a rebate of 10%.
10%.
So at least no 10%.
10%.
Oh.
And then in March you have to pay everything. But naaman mo system ana, di ba? Sir nga kana mubayad lang ko every quarter. At ang
Pwede,
hinahinayon ba?
installment.
Installment na ba? Namin,
So, hindi bayad na
Nagkaroon sa
kaugoan,
DI,
kaya para
ang
10% less.
Sa real property, although it's ato magkamubayad sa SM, City Treasurer Money, natin online payment.
Oh,
You don't
online
need to
payment.
go there. Pwede ra nga mubayad sila through online. No,
Okay.
gikan sa bangko nila.
mag-transfer sila
Transfer
kwarta.
lang.
Uso na naanudod karon.
Online lang. Especially karong panahon na nga we discourage nga kana
Yes.
bang kuan ba?
Kanang
Tungod
physical.
kana physical. Oo.
Pero like ako, I'm very worried about using kuan ba ka
Online
online transactions kay mahadok lagi ko nga makuan atong
Masaag.
o dili ang imo sa account ma-hack.
Ayan,
etc.,
siya,
etc.
oo, if you-
But there are other systems. So like for example kana mga Paymaya, mga e-cash, mga unsa pa na
Yung
mga
just you
unsa-
go
unsa
to.
nila,
oo.
that you can just do, but you can just load and then it will just go. So wala kay depende.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah,
Dili
diba?
mo mahatag ang imong
For the
data.
meantime,
Right.
Yes.
wala pa we are still in the process of tun-an pa namo kanang mga third kinds of kanang
Paymaya,
payment ba, kanang
Gcash,
Paymaya,
Gcash.
Gcash, yan, pagani, even 7-Eleven pwede gani.
Yeah, that's right. So, okay.
Hopefully in the future.
Yeah. Any kuan kay we're out of time. So anything that you can
Well, I'm very
Tell
happy.
our-
I'm very happy. Thank you, Kayo, attorney, for inviting me. No, I'm very happy. Iimbitar gyud ang city assessor so that we can also share og unsa gyud ang trabaho sa city assessor. Then I would like to encourage our taxpayer to pay their taxes ang katong uban nga wa gyud makabayad for how many years. So ang atong amnesty is still going on until September. So you pay from now until September and you will only pay the tax due plus the 10% interest. That's all. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. And mga gala, I hope you had fun with us. At least nakay nakuan, nakay na learn.
Nakuha, oo.
Na-learn niya. Unya, just in case kuan bayad na lang.
Bayad
kita.
na lang yun. Obligasyon. Obligasyon.
Ako si Attorney Bingo Gonzales, nagkasalamat sa pagkiguban.
And this is Attorney Jessica Banzon-Natad. Thank you for watching My Law 101. See you.